Hi guys, in this video we're going to look how to apply a texture to our model within Maya. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to click this up here. So this is our Hypershade. Okay, you can also access this under Windows and rendering editors. Okay, rendering editors there, Hypershade, and they both have the same logo. So if we click this is going to bring up our Hypershade window here. It's a fairly big window, so you can see it's actually covered my screen here. So let's just take it down a touch to give us a little bit more flexibility. So I'll go into this in a little bit more depth in the future. We've got menus along the top. We've got all of the shaders that actually exist in our scene at the moment. We've got new shaders we can create over here. This is our graph network. This can get fairly complex fairly quickly. And then you've got your attributes over the side here. So if I click on this one here, I have the attributes of this one. So this was a glass texture. Okay, so basic textures. If you click Maya and favorites at the top, you'll get these textures, and these are fairly standard Maya shaders here. Shaders sometimes called materials. So we have blends, lamberts, fongs, ramps, surface shaders. Okay, so these are all basic shaders that Maya will use. What a material is, it chooses the way that the model is rendered. So if we just click on a blend, so blend is our fairly standard shader. You've got a preview of it in the top right up here. Okay, so let's just call this spaceship material so we don't get confused between any of these other ones that are in here at the moment. We can actually just delete these ones at the moment. These three will always be here. Please don't delete these. Yeah, okay, so just leave these ones alone. So spaceship here. So this is a, if we at the moment, Spaceship's lost its materials. We can select it. We can then hold right click on the model and then assign the material to the selection. Okay, we can also middle click and drag it on as well. So we've got the color, so we can change the color to anything here. So yellow. So now our spaceship will be yellow. Okay, we have transparency here. So if I increase the transparency, you can see we've got a fairly transparent model there. I don't want that at the moment. Incandescence is like glow. Specular shading, so this, if you look up here, you can see how kind of shiny the model is. So you can play around with what this looks like to maybe achieve different models. So if I make it not very reflective, make the roll off really big, eccentricity really big, it's super shiny. So I could take that down, give it a sort of a softer, kind of more metallic perhaps look there, a little bit of reflectivity as well. Okay, super. And that's a kind of basics of materials in there at the moment. So you can change the way that your model looks. So you can see a little bit of that shine coming in here. So these little checkerboards over the side, this is how we plug things in. So we plug our color texture into our color part. So in the future we will have more maps that will plug into all of these, but at the moment we're going to just work with our color. So we're going to click on this. We are then going to click on file here. We are going to plug in a file. Okay, so it's changed it a little bit. We've got this window now. We're going to click on this little folder here. I saved mine onto my desktop, yours maybe in your project folder, and I'm going to choose my PNG there. So you can see here is that texture file that I was painting in the last video. Okay, cool. So that's got that done now. Okay, so this is applied. Okay, that's all I need to do. That's the basics of it there. That's my spaceship texture set up, but I can't see anything in my window over here, so that's a bit odd. And the reason for that is because I don't actually have textures enabled. So you can see this little button here, or you can press 6 on your keyboard. So if you ever cannot see your textures, you need to press 6 on your keyboard. So now I have my spaceship textured. Okay, awesome. So in this video, we've looked at kind of basic materials, and we've also looked at how to apply a texture to our model. Okay, thanks guys.